right there. It must have blew off. Shot of your tush.
Yeah, I'm gonna need the little cart, the green one.
The blue one?
But we're gonna, well, the blue one's hard to get. The green one is, but it needs air in the tire.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, that green one will be on that tire. This is a Kinsey brush unit. Got a plate that goes on this. This is the unit. It's a bean unit. It's got little grooves for the beans. You can see there's two different sizes. They get held up against these brushes. So the beans come in this hole right here. So there's a little pool of beans here. The brush, this brush here knocks off excess. This brush holds the beans in on the plate, and then it gets over here. There's no brush here, but there's a brush here to let it fall down to keep the main part of beans out, but it falls in here, comes out the hole. Does a really nice job of planting beans. Beans are a hard thing to singulate. That's why a lot of planters have went to air and a vacuum type planter, because they can singulate the beans really easy. Because before you had something like this, beans were just a controlled spillage. You made a hole so big and you let the beans spill through the hole as a mechanism turned in there, and that was all right, except you have different sized beans. So every time you move from one size bean to another size bean, you had to do it.
That thing spins and turns.
This thing spins like this. It turns. The beans go in here. They go up around. They fall out, fall down this. There's a seed tube. There's a long seed tube that goes down between the two disc blades that are in the ground, and that's how it rolls in there. But that's a Kinsey brush unit, and it's really good on planting beans. Okay, we're gonna plant 144,000 plants per acre. I know some guys will say that's too much, and other guys will say that's not enough. But we're gonna do it 144. That gives us about, 140 is probably the recommendation, but the choice on the Kinsey is either 139,000 something or 144. So I'm going with 144, which means for corn we were 27 and 23. So I was just a little over 30,000 in corn, and I was happy with that. We got a good stand, and I know people say that's not enough, but last year where my corn wasn't quite as thick, I had the better corn. 242 bushel the acre. So on the beans, I need a 25 and a 23. A 23 is already on the bottom, so I only have to change my top sprocket. So let's start doing that right now. Get that. Get the chain off the sprocket. Let that go forward. And of course, the sprockets sometimes stick. Now I gotta hunt for a 25. There's a 26. There's a 24. I'm guessing the dirty one's a 25. No, there's a 25. So let's grab the 25. Slide it on. Put the clip in it. And before I do anything else, before I drop them on the ground, put all the unused sprockets there. And I know if you said you had a hydraulic driven planter or one of the new electric planters, you could dial it in right at 140. But we're talking about most economical yield here. So now the fun part, just getting the chain back on. And it should go on pretty easy since I was taking a bigger sprocket off. Bingo. go. Ready to plant beans. Got to do these.